Today's heading, life in the ocean. We're going to talk about life in the ocean. First of all, advantages for living in the ocean. Go ahead and write that down. What are some advantages of living in the ocean? First of all, buoyancy. If I'm going too fast, just pause it. The water basically is going to hold you upright. Okay? That's why some of the largest organisms to ever live on Earth are in water. Okay? The blue whale. The blue whale is able to live in the ocean because the water supports its weight. If you put legs on a blue whale and had it go on land, it would die. Okay? Because its own mass would crush it. So the water kind of helps it against gravity, and it's able to survive. No amount of skeleton would be able to support that on land. Other things like jellyfish, okay, depend on buoyancy also. The water gives it its shape and supports it. On land, that would not work. 2, there's never a lack of water. You always have water, and water is important for every life process, whether it's digestion, your blood moving, reproduction. All of those things require water, and you're never going to run out. So those are some important benefits of living in the water. Third, waste dissolve in seawater. Right? You don't have to worry about going to the bathroom. Salt water will dissolve the waste, and there are lots of little critters, bacteria, and other things that will get rid of it. So animal and plant waste is taken care of. So those are the benefits of living in seawater. You don't need to write anything here. Plants in the ocean rely on sunlight and carbon dioxide from animals for photosynthesis to occur. It's going to be in the top layer of water. That's where sunlight can penetrate. You don't need to write this either. Animals in oceans rely on plants for food and oxygen. Okay, the same things happen in the water as they do on land. Okay, fish are going to take in oxygen. They need oxygen, but they're going to take it out of water instead of the air. That's what gills do instead of lungs. Plants are going to do the same thing. They're going to take in carbon dioxide through the water instead of the air. Same things happen. Fish still need oxygen for respiration, just like we do, but we're going to breathe it with lungs. They're going to use gills. And plants, you don't need to write this, are the important part of the ocean food chain. Everything comes from plants. You don't need to write anything. Some organisms can live in extremely hot, deep ocean waters where there is lava or volcanic vents. You don't need to write anything. Some of these things can do this thing called chemosynthesis, which is basically make their own food from sulfur that's coming from the Earth's crust. I would like you to write this down. 3 types of ocean animals. 3 types of ocean animals. The first one, plankton. Microscopic little critters that are going to move with the current. Okay? They do not look like plankton from SpongeBob. They're little microscopic critters that a lot of things eat. Like big blue whales will eat this. They will sift it out and eat it. They can't swim around. They just go wherever the current takes it. Not plankton. Second one, nekton. These are bigger animals that are free to swim and move throughout the ocean water. So fish, sharks, whales, octopus, things like that. They are able to move. They are free swimmers. So if plankton kind of float around, nekton can swim wherever. Oh, I forgot to put this in there. You don't need to write this. Some of these free swimmers are bioluminescent, which means they can make their own light. You've probably seen some of these. Okay, I forget what cartoon this is off of, but he's got the little hanging lamp there. There are some fish whose skeleton glows in the dark, jellyfish that glow. Those are bioluminescent. Bio means life, luminescent means light. So they make their own light. The third type of living thing is benthos. These are bottom dwellers. Things that kind of hang out at the bottom of the ocean, don't really move much. Coral, snails, sea urchins, anemones, sponges. So we have plankton that float around, kind of near the surface. We have nekton that are free swimmers, and then benthos, which sit at the bottom. That is all.